What's good, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Y'all see what's on y'all screen, the NBA 2K20 demo. I decided to play a little bit of it for you and just let y'all see what kind of players I was trying to build. But the trick to this video is it's gonna be a little bit different. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the voice recording from when I recorded. So this is gonna be like a voiceover of me just talking over the gameplay, which I mean there shouldn't be that much of a difference. It'll just be just like me commentating the basketball game. But either way, hope you still enjoyed the video. And without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with the customization. The customization for this game is just like any other 2K. It's got the hair, preset faces. So when picking my character, I really just wanted to, cause I first tried the face scan, and that ended up not working at all. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna have to make me a character. Thing is, going through this, like, they really have a lot of different customizations, from the hair to the shape of your skull to the forehead to the jaw to all this other stuff that I really never even knew, because most of the time I use a face scan and it's kind of fleshed out. So here I am picking my eyebrows, the eyes, the eye shape. I just went through and did all of that stuff for him. And now I want y'all to say hello to Mikey Shots. This is the first character that I built in 2K. The main thing that I wanted to be was a slasher this year. I wanted to be dunking on people. I wanted to put people on posters this year, low key. And I made him a point guard, and that was kind of like not a dunking build, I guess you could say. So I didn't want to, so I just came back, made him a small forward, right-handed 12, number 12 jersey. And this is like the best part of 2K. You get to sit here and basically build your character up from the ground up. So as you see, I'm going for basically the finishing attributes, the blue, but I also want him to be quick. So I was going for the playmaking attributes also. His close shots, 90, all you can see up there, the 90s, the 86 and the 85 for the dunks and the layups. And then the playmaking was pretty high too. I think that's when I realized that there were different stats, because the point guard, he was a lot faster than the small forward, but I was realizing that. And here I'm just switching between the main finishing one that you see up top, and the playmaking and finishing one that you see the third down. And that's the one that I end up choosing. Then we move over to the physical profile. This is where you get the speed, the strength and acceleration, vertical. And I mainly wanted him to have strength and his speed and acceleration up. And this is where it gets crazy. I didn't even expect them to pull this out, but you kind of choose like what your overall wanted to be. I chose 90 overall because basically if you 90 overall, that's a good player. Don't nobody really make it to 99. But you literally get to sit here and choose where all your attribute points go, just so you can like see the potential. Like, I like how, because in past 2Ks they didn't let you see how good your player was going to be. You have to make a player, and then if they made it up to 90 and they ended up sucking, then you had to just say, all right, man, I got to make another player. That was horrible. But I respect them because they doing it this year to where, at least in the demo, I don't know if this is going to be in the game, but in the demo you get to test out any build you want. You can make them any way you want and build them up to any level that you want to play them as, and then just see if they're going to be good, which is like a testing phase. So as you see, I'm just building up his playmaking attributes and his finishing, because I want him to be big. Go with the build, make him about 6'6", I think, just so his speed can go up a little bit and he can like lose his strength. But the strength is like kind of like the last thing I was worried about. And then you got the weight, which brings his strength up and rarely loses anything else. So I was like, okay, I want his strength to be all the way up, so I'm gonna just keep that. I'm just putting him all the way at big boy, big body. And then wingspan only affected strength, besides like a couple of shooting stats, and I didn't really care about that. And I was like, okay, I'll just put him all the way down. And then this is where you get the takeover, which is like 2K's special move. And then I chose slasher, obviously, because I wanted to dunk on everybody. And then that's Mikey Shots for you. The first ever 2K20 player I made. This was ridiculous too. Like, I don't know if you get to pick your badges whenever you make a player in the actual game, but like for the testing, and you get to pick any badge in the game that you want to have them on, Hall of Fame and all of that. That was like crazy to me too, because I was like thinking of, like, 2K made endless possibilities with this game. Like, if you don't like one little aspect of a player, you can literally remake the player and change that aspect. And the testing just makes it that much better. You can just sit there and keep testing and testing and testing players until you get the one that's perfect. So right here, I'm just choosing badges, making sure I got the ones that's all right. One thing in the finishing category, I'll say one thing that's good. You want a relentless finisher. Acrobat is a 100%. You need that contact finisher if you want to dunk on people. And really, those are the only ones on here that you really need. In the shooting category, I know for a fact that some good ones are, you want Deadeye, you want Catch and Shoot, Green Machine, and it wouldn't hurt to have Corner Specialist, Quick Draw, makes your shot faster. That's a good one. I like that one. And Range Extender. That reminds me of Deep Range Deadeye from the other games. And that's a good one, because you can pull up from deep. Now, in the playmaking badges, I was just playing around. I kind of wanted him to have Ankle Breaker. Even though he was a dunker. But Ankle Breaker's a good one. Needle Threader, that's a good one too, because of the passes. There's like, in this game, there are like a couple of passes that were kind of shaky. I would literally, like, the player would just be right in front of me and I'd pass it to him, but I don't know if it was the person I was passing it to or my player, but the pass would just go straight out of bounds. And I was like, okay, bro. But Quick First Step is a good one too. Like, that makes you so much faster. Other than that, that's really all the ones that I really see. Stop and Go could be good if you have it high enough, but that's just about it for the playmaking badges. And on the defensive badges, they have a lot of good ones, but I like Brick Wall a lot because that makes you like, that's overpowered on the last couple of games, because pick and rolls, that's what everybody did in 2K19 and under. It's just pick and then give it to the shooter and they shoot. Pick Dodger is a good one. Rim Protector is a good one to get those blocks. Those are all the good defensive badges too. And there you can see, playing the Raptors against the Warriors. And I'm not gonna lie, the Warriors are overpowered, especially when you playing in this demo, because they were making a lot of stuff that they should not have been making, really. But now it's time for Mikey Shot's first game, just to test his potential. Alright, this is Mikey's first time on the court. And one thing I noticed, he was super slow. So that was one thing that I wanted to change off the bat. He just felt real sluggish. I mean, he had the height. He had enough height. It was just, he just moved too slow. I think it was because I made him a small forward. Small forwards usually don't move that fast. But I can say one thing. Mikey had that, he made a lot of stuff. He made a lot of layups, super contested layups, a bunch of post shots. Even though I don't know how to do post shots, I need to learn how to do them, because I never really paid attention to him. But he can make a lot of stuff contested. And then Quick's First Step came into play with him, because that kind of made him faster, because as soon as he took that first step, he already beat the defender, so he was already on his way to the goal. I just had a hard time getting him to dunk. It was only on fast breaks where I got him to dunk, and even then the dunk was like super slow. And other than that, really, that's it for Mikey. Really, he was just a tall, lanky player that could make a lot of contested layups, but I couldn't get him to do any contested dunks or contact dunks. And I think I only got his takeover like once, and even then he still didn't dunk the ball. Like, he was like, I don't know, scared to or something. But it'll be all right. It was a good first player. Like, for a first player on 2K20, it was pretty good for what I wanted to be, because he made so many layups, like some stuff that I was like surprised he made. With the end of the first game closing in, Mikey ended up scoring 39 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, B- team grade. So, I mean, pretty cold, even though they lost to Golden State. But like I said, Golden State is overpowered, so I really wasn't even worried about them. Mikey, he turned out to be a pretty good character, but the only thing that threw him off for me was that he was just too slow. Because I wanted to be fast and I wanted to dunk on people. Those were my two main things. That's all I wanted. So as you can see, I got one player, Mikey Shots, and I'm sure to have more players coming. But that's it for this one. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Share it with all your family, friends, everybody. And I love each and every one of you. Peace out, y'all.